We're live. Listen, viewing my channel. Come on. Come on. We're live. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Good morning. And can we get started? Cool finds today, so we're going to get started. Stores, garage sales, bank vaults, not bank vaults, and other such places, and try to flip and make a few bucks online. Couple of cool finds yesterday at a thrift store. Sales, and I almost lost a book. So we're going to get into this. All right, first up, sales, $10. Lessons in experimental and practical geometry. Been sitting on this a little too long. But it's a light paperback, $10. So I'll make $1 on it. So got that. Couple of shirts I'm glad are gone. And if these had fit me, I probably would have kept them. These are Duluth Trading Company. Good, solid clothing. Again, I'm backing out of clothing for the most part. I just can't. It's like more aggravating than books. Books are easier to look up than your regular run-of-the-mill day-to-day clothing, and I can't seem to get a good supply here, and I don't have the time to mess with it. Books actually, I think doing books takes less time than doing clothing. So, there you go. Anyway, those were 11. Next up, what went for more? Open that up. Open that back up. And then we'll get to what else went here. The solution. That went for 33.33, 37.77, and that went for 20. Okay. Picked this up a few weeks ago. Theistic Evolution, a scientific, philosophical, and theological critique. This is, I think, actually a current textbook. I'm not sure who uses it, but this is by Crossway, so this may actually get used sometimes in seminary. Almost thought I lost it. It slipped out of the box because it was stacked on top of the box it was supposed to be on, and got under another box, and I was panicking for a second because I couldn't find it because it sold for $25. So, found it, getting it, shipping it. Probably going to put that in a box. I have a good box for it, and it's thick and aggravating, and that won't ship great and it's like completely unused condition, so that's why I'm going to do that. And finally, Hellsing. This is a graphic manga. First edition, $37.77. I'm guessing that they're not printing a whole lot of these anymore, or maybe it's just simply because it's an early edition and it's number 10. So this is why I do manga, because manga seems to stretch it's either like $2 or $3 a book, or like $30 a book. I've had both extremes. And it doesn't seem there's a whole lot in like the 10 to 15 range that moves by itself very well. So, out of print manga goes really decently. So, learn your manga. Okay, that's my sales. Now for my finds. We'll talk about that in a second. First, this is a fun one. World Cars 1973. Automobile Club of Italy. This thing's neat. Because Italians build like nice looking cars that are weird. Ooh. BMW 5 Series. Those were fun cars. But yeah, it's actually a lot of European cars, a lot of photos of cars that you may never. It's almost. It wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these cars are hard to find photos. So that's why sometimes things like this sell, is because the photos in it are almost unique. Now, there's a smell to this book, a little musty, like it was kept in a box in a basement or something. Maybe a little smoke smell. What I'm going to do is I am going to wrap it in a Walmart bag. I'm going to put it in a freezer for a few days. That helps. It's not perfect, but it's an easy, low labor way to handle musty book smell. If it's a mold issue, that type of thing, that'll kill the mold. Now, there doesn't seem to be, there's no visible mold on it, which is nice. But there is a smell. It helps with cigarette smell, and it helps with mold. Baking powder can do that. It helps a little bit too. And there's a couple other things you can do. But the easiest one, throw in a Walmart bag, stick it in a freezer. That way you can keep the moisture out. And that's what I'm planning on doing with it for a few days. Hopefully I don't forget. We have a freezer here at work that nobody uses for anything. So that's what I'm going to do with that. But that is, I think that's like a $30, $40 book. So that was a good. The thrift store I got, their book prices are a little bit higher than Goodwill sometimes, but that one was worth grabbing. Next up, vintage 1970s Wilson F2050 helmet, size medium. I'm guessing this was a local high school or Pee-wee, maybe not Pee-wee team, but this, I mean, that's not the Cowboys. It would be great. But it's some sort of local team. This is a good quality helmet. This is a real helmet. This is a real football use on this sucker. A little yellowing, it's got a patina. Which is fun. It's dinged and scratched and all that sort of stuff. So I grabbed it. I saw it and I knew it was older, so I snagged it. And then I realized this isn't a souvenir helmet. This is a real thing. So I grabbed it. I'm thinking $40 to $50 shipped is where it's going to lean out at. There are when I started looking them up, there were not a ton, but there were a few decent. I saw a ton of college helmets, but I wonder if those wouldn't bring a little bit more than the NFL ones, because those may actually be a little more rare. So we'll see. And I wonder if colleges didn't have college. Here's a theory. College helmets may be a little more rare because they may have gotten donated to high schools down the line. NFL helmets may not have necessarily gone through that process. College helmets may have down to the high school level, and that's why you may not see as many of them sometimes. I don't know. But this is a cool helmet. So got the pet. That's fine because that's a fun find. So there you go. Weekend started, like I said, Thursdays is when things start picking up for the weekend sales, and so I had some pretty good sales already. We'll see how the rest of it shakes out. Actually, one of these was this morning. Early this morning, I accepted an offer on one of them and took it and ran. So there you go. Have a good one out there. Good luck finding stuff this weekend if that's where you do a lot of your sourcing. And sort your stuff and clean your stuff right.